everyone, welcome back to Rally Caps. It's a podcast for artists, entrepreneurs, and everybody in between. I'm Steven.
And I'm Eric.
And we're going to talk about a film premiere, our first red carpet event, technically, that we went to in LA this last weekend.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
But first, before we talk about it, we're in the blanket fort still.
We're back in ye old blanket fort.
How long are we going to be in the blanket fort, Steven?
Probably longer than we want to be. If we're being honest about it, longer than we want to be.
Because you're going to Italy for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we leave in 3 weeks for 2 weeks. And when we get back, it'll basically be April.
So I'll just finish the whole studio by the time you get back. Be like, surprise.
Oh, wow. That would be incredible to
I think
walk
it'd
in
be,
here.
I think it'd be incredible, but you'd also be really pissed because you're like, I didn't want that creative choice. And you're like, why did you do it that way? I'm like, because I thought I could.
Why'd you repaint the floors? You painted them back to the bluey.
What did we talk about at last episode?
So last episode, I believe, was you and I and Gene talking about the music bed trip.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we did talk about that.
we did.
So we talked about cutting that first trailer together.
Yes.
But we were in the process of refining it, making it better.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So it was a lot better.
So much better.
The next
Yeah,
week.
we played that trailer that we cut in like 24, 36 hours in Texas for Music Bed. Played that one. Was pretty good.
Nice little taste.
Came back from that trip, refined the heck out of it.
Basically made a brand new trailer.
It's entirely different. And love that one. About like 3 minutes, kind of like a longer teaser into the doc, and premiered it at Sam Newton's Film Festival in LA.
pretty cool.
It was wild.
Fever dream of a trip, 24-hour trip.
Yeah.
4-hour flight from Chicago. 3 hours out back with the tailwind. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever gone on a trip that quickly, like across the country. I think that was the fact. Like I've been to New York for like in 36 hours stay.
Yep.
But never like we were there literally less than 24 hours.
We were feet on the ground in LA for 21 hours, and then 7 hours of flying to do that.
Yeah.
I think that I agree. I think that's the most flying I've done for the shortest amount of time somewhere.
To be at a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did 24 hours in Boston this past August, but that's a 2-hour flight.
I can't go anywhere these days without getting sick. Like every time. And I think
Did you get sick on this trip?
yeah.
You
didn't-
weren't sick before.
No, I felt it on the plane ride as we landed, as we got in LA. I was like, oh, I don't feel so great. I think it's just
That sucks.
it's the combo of me intensely marathon training.
Oh, yeah.
And then flying.
Yeah.
It just, my body's like, nope.
Nope. You ran 36 miles in 36 hours and then hopped onto a 4-hour flight. That sucks.
18 that morning.
That is so bad.
No, dude, I'm going to crush my goal.
You will.
You have to be a psychopath to like
Yeah.
meet those goals.
Maybe fly less.
That's the goal of the next 3-4 months. I think
That's so brutal.
Okay. This is sort of in line with what we're going to talk about because people would look at a trip like this and say you're really crazy for doing it.
Uh-huh.
I personally subscribe to the idea that you have to have a little bit of crazy to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have kind of that edge of someone going like, why on earth would you do that?
Yeah.
So I think that's where there's a huge correlation in running and training for long distances and building a business because I try like I love oversharing my life with my friends just because I like it. If I'm passionate about it, it just kind of bubbles over and I just can't resist. I've been trying to practice more, just reserving that stuff, really only answering when I'm asked. But recently when people have been asking, how many miles did you run the past 2-3 days? I'll share it. And usually the response is like, that's psychotic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but a lot of people aren't recognizing the years, 4 or 5 years of building to that kind of volume of running. And I think the same goes for business and that like we are... Almost there.
Thoughts and prayers? I wonder if that's picked up in the mics.
It might not be.
We'll find out.
Sorry.
Sirens outside.
Similarly, we are so experienced with travel and flying and doing that frequently at this point that a quick 24-hour trip and not making more of it. Actually, like we saw the benefit of doing that, even though some people would be like, why on earth would you only spend 21 hours in LA of all places where you can make connections, all this stuff? So yeah, I think it'd be cool to kind of unpack that idea. Like why did we choose to do that? I think it's 2 or 3-fold. But
Yeah. We spend so much time away from home that for us, it's more of a benefit to make the trip quick and come back home and have stability, security, time with family, rather than try to kind of almost like not intentionally extend the trip. Like we could have found people to hang out with, things to do, like videos to make, or like different photo walks to go on, or like just, connections and things that we could build, but we didn't need to. And we were really going out explicitly to air this trailer. And to us, there's more value to just make that the focus rather than overextend ourselves and try to make it like a 3-4 day trip and, do more with it, because we're already doing a lot. And it's kind of a good time to practice like not overextending ourselves and being reserved with what we put our energy into. And so when this trip became a very focused 24 hours, we're going to premiere the first trailer to a crowd of people. That's the explicit purpose. We're doing that. We're putting all of our time, all of our energy into that. Let's do that to our best of our ability and then get home as quickly as possible. And that's a good investment for us too, because no one's really seen anything outside of a couple of our friends at Music Bed, and they haven't even seen this trailer. So being able to premiere something for the biggest project of our lives to a room of 350 people and see their reactions and then talk with them afterwards was so rewarding, and in a sense kind of, I think at least, lit a fire under us to get back home and be excited about editing the full thing.
Yeah. And I mean, to talk about being experienced travelers and stuff, I booked that flight on points, and it just felt like, okay, yeah, that's a great use of time and not even money really. Like we split it with our buddy Levi. We split a hotel room for just one night, and like it was actually a pretty inexpensive trip, when all's said and done. And again, yeah, just an invaluable experience to even. I walked away from it with a handful of interactions and DMs afterwards and follow-ups, and probably going to hang out with one of those people in August when they're in Chicago. And you never know who you're going to connect with in a moment like that. And then when the documentary actually comes out and all those people who saw the trailer for it, they're going to be very inclined to want to watch it and share it. Yep. And so it is just kind of that PR, and especially with Canon being there too, and us like recently getting a DM from a Canon employee. It's like, okay, well, there's those connections as well. And I meant to say this off the top, like we also love Sam and wanted to celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, it was his birthday party. Like he turned 29 for the festival. Like that was on like reason number one, because he texted you. He was like, "Do you want to show something for my birthday party?" We're like, "Heck yeah, we do. That sounds fantastic." Yeah, he's a legend.
But I mean, at the same time, like he knows what he's doing. Like he's providing this opportunity for his creative friends to showcase what they've worked on, which in and of itself is, I think, really humble too. Like to be able to share in that way.
Yep.
Of course, it's it's sponsored by Canon, and it's like this really cool event and totally beneficial for his own brand and name and everything. But also to share that stage with a bunch of other people was a really cool experience as well.
I mean, to give most of the night of his birthday over to the films that other people made and to use his platform as a way to just amplify other people's voices is really cool. You don't see a ton of people doing that, especially for in-person events, like being able to get a room of people together to watch films in a room and have that like audience participation that comes with like the magic of watching movies in a place together is super cool. And I love that he's been doing it and scaling it up too. Like he's like at the event, he's like, the first time we did this 4 years ago, bought a Costco TV, returned it the next day, just did this in like my basement just to, again, like share the experience of like watching something collectively. To think that 4 years ago it was that, and now it was like, I don't even know how big that projector was. It's like that room, 350 people, Canon's partnered with him on the project. Like that's incredible to see him scale it to that degree. And I can only imagine what it'll be like next year too.
Yeah, and you can see other people kind of taking a selfish approach of, only showcasing their own film, like that jerk Danny Gewirtz. Like he's just like, I'm gonna make this event and it's only gonna be about me, just me,
That's probably
nobody else. Look at my movie I made. I'm so cool.
That's probably the first time anyone said the sentence, that jerk Danny Gewirtz.
I hope you heard the sarcasm in my voice. He's the most lovely human on the planet.
He absolutely is.
And it's going to be a showcase of his entire team working on his first feature film, which is going to be absolutely insane
So epic.
this spring into summer,
Yeah.
which we're very excited about. He's doing a Chicago premiere
Wednesday, May 17th.
at the Davis Theater. Is this?
Yeah.
It's
It's
public information?
I think so.
We'll have to double check.
Yeah. Wait, because you got an email about it, right?
Yeah, but it's only for the people who funded the project.
Oh,
So I don't know if it's open information to the public yet.
Well,
If it's not, then we will blur all this out.
yeah. Or by the time that this episode actually goes live, maybe he'll have mentioned all of it.
It might be public.
Maybe. We'll find
But
out.
anyway, if it is or isn't public information and you're in the Midwest, please come out to that premiere.
Yes.
With Danny Gewirtz. We will most definitely be there for I Think I'm Sick, his feature film. It is so weird to start getting into this world of premieres.
Yes.
Like, we just went to this event. We're going to Danny's event. We are going to be doing our own of the documentary later this year in multiple cities, most likely.
Probably do one for Jay's film that will be
Yeah.
DPing at some point as well.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun.
pretty cool.
I kind of want to get used to it. It's very, very fun.
Very different feeling.
Yeah.
Of going places and the in-person experience of sharing that versus just posting it to YouTube and getting a bunch of comments.
Yep.
Very, very different experience. It feels so much more holistic, so much better to hear real people talk about their excitement of it, what they liked about it, all that good stuff. I can't wait to see what it's like when the full film in its entirety is watched, consumed, and then, their thoughts after that.
It's going to be wild. I think the Q&As after all the in-person premieres will be pretty special.
For sure.
Being able to share that with people will be
Yeah.
really, really fun. So, yeah, I really hope this becomes a regular thing for us going forward.
I would love to start doing some of our own. Why not
Yeah.
utilize the space we have in our own studio to do something like that? It's not going to be 350 people, but
we could, yeah.
we could also host something at a local theater, like the Davis Theater or Music Box or one of those. Even if Music Box, they're small theaters, 70 people.
Yeah,
I feel we could easily fill that.
totally.
And then, do something collaborative like that. Maybe it's all of the films we made recently. We open it up to, some friends in our circles in Chicago. It could be really sweet as well.
You hear that, Cannon?
Oh.
We're doing our film festival now.
Ooh.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
That'd be very fun. Okay.
Would you want to go back to Sam's next year if we get invited?
Absolutely, yeah.
It
if
gives
he'll
me the
have
fuel.
us.
Well, it was everybody released a short film,
Yeah.
and we were the only ones that released a trailer. So I think it was kind of confusing. I think people were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
There's no actual story.
Yeah. Why does it say coming soon?
Yeah, yeah. But then Sam was like, "Hey, when's that coming out?" I was like, summer or fall," and everyone was like, "What?" Oh, it's a feature-length documentary.
Yeah. That was not the whole thing. We know there's no conclusion. We get it.
Yeah.
No, if he has us back, I would absolutely love to do a short film specifically for that event. I think that'd be super fun.
A comedy or a drama would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also going to be his 30th next year.
Oh, snap.
So that's exciting.
Old man Sam.
Maybe if he doesn't invite us to premiere something, we just got to buy tickets and attend.
Just go.
And just hang.
Yeah.
Because that'll be super fun.
Yeah.
There's no way he's turning 30.
Yeah, that's
Dude's got the youthfulness of a
18-year-old.
18-year-old. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So energetic,
Yeah.
so fun, so loving. Such a good guy. We love you, Sam.
Love
Also,
you.
we've interviewed him on Rally Caps before. That was about a year ago, I think.
Uh-huh.
You can go back in the archive and find that episode.
In LA.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was at his old apartment.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot about that. On our way back from Maui. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Memories.
Holy dang. So, yeah, we had a pretty great weekend premiering a trailer for our movie.
I'm so excited to be back home for a while.
Yeah.
You're going to go again.
Yeah, 3 weeks from today. So
It never stops for you.
no, it doesn't. I have been on that note though, been really, really grateful for the amount of people that have reached out to us saying they want to come visit us here.
Yes.
More of that, please.
Yeah.
I will host the heck out of you. Come here to Chicago so I don't have to fly somewhere.
Yeah.
I am really overflying right now and travel in general. So
That's
more
gonna be-
people coming to
It's
here
gonna
would
be
be great.
it's gonna be another huge benefit of finishing the spaces, because once they're like fully furnished and we can host events and have a studio that it can be shown and showed off, I think that's when people are gonna be more inclined to want to come here and like actually see the thing and how the pasta's made. That's not right. No.
Did you avoid saying how the sausage is made because
That's what it is.
because I'm a vegetarian? That's kind of you. I
You're
like
right.
that. Yeah.
That's exactly why I did it.
I knew. Yeah.
See how the salmon is made.
It starts like a little egg.
Well, you're a pescatarian, not a vegetarian.
Yeah. Sorry, Presbyterian.
Oh.
You
Episcopalian.
Episcopalian.
Derailed. Derailed.
Get it.
There it is.
There.
That took way too. I need
The crickets needed crickets.
I need better. I need to get better at that.
I wish we could enlarge the text on there as well.
Yeah, it's really hard to read. There's tiny little boxes about what noise sound pad makes what noise. Yeah.
If you're still listening, we love you. We generally just do uncut episodes, and I think we'll just stick true to that for this one too.
Yeah.
Front to back. Okay, all right. So to kind of maybe,
No, you go.
I was gonna say to maybe kind of get more towards the end of the episode, talking doc stuff. First trailer is cut. Will we release that one online anywhere?
Still don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. I really want to share that, but I'm so bad at oversharing. So there's part of me that just wants to like keep it close to our chest, sit on it for a while. Because like I don't necessarily know if I want to be posting two different trailers. I don't want to be giving so much away.
Yeah.
I almost just want to wait till we have an official trailer and then like really start blasting it, marketing it, figuring that stuff out. We could use this trailer in the meantime to really start making connections with potential buyers.
That's true.
With people that are interested in the project still, who might still want to partner in it in some capacity for the premieres or anything like that.
Yep. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
More of a networking type piece. Like, hey, do you want to see a little sneak peek of what we're working on?
Yeah.
It's not publicly available. Almost adds a little more kind of like a specialness to premiering it in person. Also, like the people there got to see it, and that's it.
Right.
And then, a handful of others will get to kind of witness it along the way. But I agree, especially because we're still like, I'd say at least like 6 months out from even in-person premieres, let alone online, if we distribute online in some capacity or how we go about doing that. So yeah, maybe like 3 months out, we release something.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Trailer.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah. Make it very profound.
Cool. So we'll start cutting that soon then.
I just want the core of the entire film done before we even start cutting a trailer. Honestly.
Yeah.
We could work off of kind of the same template that we did for this one.
Yep.
But again, we only scratched the surface on reviewing footage.
Yeah.
So to be in the depths and trenches of everything that we shot, I think that's going to just unlock a different side of creativity that we'll be able to express in the trailer. And I've done zero research on, what films typically do for making a trailer.
Yeah.
I know lots of Hollywood films just like make an entire script and plan for the trailer in and of itself, and they'll shoot for the trailer and everything. I personally have no intention of like wanting to put anything in there that isn't in the movie. Like I think it makes way more sense to try to make sure we're true to what the film is going to be, because there could be clips in this trailer already that don't even make the final cut, you know? And so I wouldn't want to make anyone bummed about not seeing that scene unfold or whatever is,
For sure.
So
Yeah, I think it'll be nice to have more time to comb through everything, like you said. I mean, it's a lot of footage, a lot of interviews in particular, and long interviews as well. So I think just taking our time to comb through everything and finding, I think I'm honestly most excited about like longer form sections in the doc where you get to hear the context around some of the things that people say. Because in this trailer, obviously we use like snippets of what people are using, and it's different because you're cutting for a trailer, but allowing each character in the film to have a little more room to breathe, I think will be really fascinating. It'll just develop Joe as a person a lot more. And also adding in supplemental characters as well and other people that we still plan on interviewing, I think will kind of all come together to create a really compelling narrative, very emotional narrative as well. I think in the meantime, we could give ourselves like homework by watching other documentaries.
Yeah.
And also like watching other doc trailers too, just to get some ideas. Maybe tapping into some VFX stuff for the trailer. You know, a lot of different directions we could go, but I really did like the energy of the one that we just cut.
I agree.
So something along those lines would be sweet.
I think it's going to be so interesting to make a film without the YouTube perspective in mind. Where it's like, if someone chooses to watch this, they're choosing to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, maybe if it goes to a streaming service, someone will ditch it halfway through.
Yeah.
But like, they know what they're signing up for. They're like, I'm buckling up for an hour. So that gives me the confidence to let those scenes breathe more, to build more context and character development in the real world. And I think that's what's going to be most profound and different about any of the other work we've really done before.
Yep.
Because virtually every other filmmaking endeavor we've had in short film we've made has been short in its, in its character. And with that, you need to truncate so much. You need to cut out so much context. I can't tell you how many times I use audio clips for wedding films, for short films, for even trailers now, where I'm like, that's unnecessary. Commercial work, even the Leica, spot, there's like, okay, that's not ultimately necessary for him to say there, just cut it.
Yep.
And it'd be really cool to just build all of that context so that by, the most climactic moment of the film, you're feeling all the emotions of having lived Joe's experience of life as well.
Yep.
In that moment and feeling the weight of that.
Yep. I actually think that Leica trailer, now that you mention it, was a really good warm up for us to cut this trailer, because it was very similar in nature, where it's like, hey, it's 3 minutes, that's your cap, no longer, and you have to tell a really compelling story with great visuals, good narration, like make everything as cohesive as possible, but you only get 3 minutes. It's kind of a fun practice, honestly. It's like the art of culling, and being able to just be as to the point as you possibly can.
Yep.
Period. Because I don't need to say any more. To the point,
I think what might be really interesting, though, is our perspective of, constantly thinking about retention. Is that I think we're inevitably and naturally going to bring that into the editing process of a documentary as well.
We should.
And I think that's what can make it so compelling, because that could be the difference of feeling like this thing is dragging and like, how is it already over?
Yeah.
And I really want to lean into getting creative with other imagery outside of the things we shot.
Yeah.
Whether it be handwritten things or just creative, really different creative B-roll that supplements what people are saying in the story that's being told. Yeah. We already have a bunch of ideas for that. We already have access to new people and relationships that we've been building over the past year and a half that could contribute it in a really significant way. And whether it be motion graphics or other artistry or audio or music, there's all sorts of different avenues we can go. And so when we're in the thick of it and planning as we edit, I think it'll be really cool to explore those options and just play with it a whole lot. It'll be cool.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we got to get moving on it, though. We really do.
Oh, my goodness. It's a massive undertaking. It's unlike anything any of us have even attempted before. So
it's intimidating to start, but I'm done with the season of waiting, and I'm ready to take action on all the stuff we've been talking about for a long time. And this year is going to be the year of acting on ideas and proving, what we have been building.
Feels like a great place to end.
Great.
Love it. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this week's episode of the show. If you're on YouTube, maybe subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below. And on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any of those streaming services, if you're listening to us on your morning commute, follow the show, rate it, give us 5 stars. That would be amazing to help push out the show to other people that could benefit from it.
That's it. Okay, bye.
Okay, love you.